And behold, the mystical gemstones of the Zodiac, the Navaratna. Hey Tubies, it's Lord Ision. It is so good to be back with you. Well, welcome to Wiccan Wednesday. So nice to have you here. Well, today we're going to talk about a mystical subject. As many of you know, I am crazy about jewelry. I always get these letters. Psychic Bob, what jewelry are you wearing today? Well, we're going to talk about some jewelry today, but not just any old jewelry, some really powerful mystical jewelry. What I was showing here at the beginning of this video is a pendant that I have. And let's see if I can bring it closer. It's hard to see. We got a little bit of glare here. Let's tilt it. There it is. So we've got 9 gemstones inset in this pendant. And these are known, this is from India, and in India it is known as a Navaratna pendant. Navaratna comes from the Hindu words for Nava, which means 9, and Ratna, which means gemstones. So the sacred 9 gemstones. And these are the 9 gemstones of the Zodiac. And they bring power, blessing, and protection. So let's take a look at these, shall we? All right, so, oops, hold on a second. I gotta get my paper here. All right. I got so many notes, it's hard to keep it all straight. But anyway, so this pendant is known as a Navaratna. In India, people wear these as a way to attune to the star energy. It's believed that the gemstones align with planetary energies. And, what happens is in India, people go to an astrologer and have their charts done. And sometimes the chart will show like they have a negative alignment or negative aspect. And an astrologer in India would say, well, why don't you wear this certain gem? It will overcome this negative planetary aspect. And I think there's a lot of truth to it. So anyways, if you're not sure which gemstone you should specifically wear, well, why not wear all of them? Many people in India wear these, they cover all their bases. They wear all 9 gemstones because it doesn't hurt to wear the gemstones, but it will certainly help if you have a negative aspect in your astrology chart. Now, this is a pendant form that I have of the Navaratna, but I also have a bracelet, and some of you have seen me wear this before. This is my Navaratna bracelet. In fact, I'm going to take that off, and we're going to take a look at the 9 gems of the Zodiac. So let me see if I can get my bracelet off here. All right, I'll be right back with you. Hold on. All right, I got my bracelet off. So here is my bracelet unfurled. It's 9 gemstones. Here's the Navaratna. These are both the same gemstones in each. This one we'll go through. I think it'll be easier to point them out on this bracelet. So, as we know in astrology, all the planets are in motion and it affects energy on the earth and people's personal energies. And people are born under star signs here in the West. You might be an Aquarius like I am, or a Gemini, or Scorpio, Sagittarius, But anyways, everybody has a ruling planet, and your ruling planets, also affect the energy. So if you have a chart in India and you're not sure, what your planets are or something, let's say you just don't know and you don't have time to figure it out, you could wear a Navaratna bracelet, and that way you'll cover anything that's out of alignment. So let's go through what these gemstones mean. Okay, so the first gemstone up here is the pearl. The pearl is associated with the moon. So if you need more lunar energy in your life, or you need some psychic power because the moon rules psychism, you would wear pearl. So pearl is the gemstone for the lunar energy. The next one we have here is coral. Coral is aligned with the planet of Mars. So, Mars is a fiery planet, brings an inspiration and power. So if you were, like, for example, just needed some more power in your life, you might align to the Mars power and wear a coral. This is a coral gemstone. So we got pearl is the moon, coral is Mars. And then our next gemstone here is garnet. In India, garnet is called Garnet. I can't remember. Anyways, garnet. It's a red garnet. And garnet is actually not directly connected to any one planet. It's if you have any negative aspects in your planetary chart, any alignments that are destructive, garnet is the stone to remove the destructive habits of the planets, the negative alignments. It neutralizes them so that you can move forward on your chart, okay? So garnet. And then our next stone is blue sapphire. Can you guys see that? There's a blue sapphire. Blue sapphire is aligned with the planet of Saturn. So if you've got, you know, weak alignments with Saturn, you need more Saturn energy in your life, you would wear a blue sapphire. Okay. So then our next stone is the ruby. This is the ruby. Ruby is aligned to the sun. So if you need solar energy in your life or you're born in a negative alignment with the sun, you would wear rubies to improve your chances of good luck and energy with sun energy. And then our next stone is the diamond. A diamond is associated with the planet of Venus. Now I find this interesting that diamond is associated with Venus because here in the Western world, what do we do when we get engaged? We give people a diamond ring. At least in America, United States, we use diamonds. I know in Europe they use other colored stones. But in America, most Americans associate the diamond with marriage. And it's funny that the diamond is associated with the planet of Venus, and Venus is the planet of love. So it's all interconnected, isn't it? You know. Now, if you also have a negative lunar aspect, like let's say the moon is creating a negative alignment with another planet for you, well, then you would use this next stone, which is cat's eye. Here's a cat's eye, golden cat's eye. That stone helps break down any negative lunar influences, okay? So these gemstones aren't just individual plants, they're also energy patterns in the chart. And then we've got, if you like, this is one of my favorite stones, a yellow sapphire. By the way, all of these gemstones in this bracelet are real gemstones. In India, you can get like really quality, beautiful gems a lot cheaper than in the West. So if you're looking for gems, buy from India direct. That's what I did. So this is a yellow sapphire that I own. And this is in alignment with the planet of Jupiter. Now, what does Jupiter do? It promotes wealth and power and success. So if your astrologer looks at your chart, and they say, well, you're going to have some problems with money in life, it's always going to be a challenge, the astrologer would say, why don't you wear yellow sapphire? That will strengthen your alignment with Jupiter and help you to overcome that negative aspect, you see. And then we also have emerald, which is aligned with the planet of Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communications. So there you go, beautiful emerald. What I really like about the whole concept of Navaratna is, in the West, well, let me just back up. In the West, sometimes we think of astrology as fatalistic. I've encountered clients who say, well, it's just in the alignment of my planets, I can't change anything. The Indian astrologers say, yes, you could have negative alignments and challenges in your chart, but you can start to overcome those and shift the balance of power through the use of gemstones. And I really believe that. People say, oh, come on, Bob, isn't that all just superstition? Well, not really. It's actually, I think, rather scientific because we know that every substance on Earth carries a vibration. Like for example, if we had the stone radium, right, and I give you a piece of radium and you hold it in your hand, or uranium, guess what's going to happen? You're going to absorb radiation into your body. Like uranium's a radioactive element. So if I hand you a stone of uranium and you put it in your pocket, guess what? You might get radiation poisoning. Every gemstone, every mineral, everything on Earth has a unique signature of vibration. And so it's believed that when one brings an element close to the body, it brings that energy into the body. And so this is why astrologers in India tell people wear gemstones. You see, you don't have to be just a passive victim. It's like, well, my chart said I'm going to be poor. I'll have money problems all my life, and that's just how it's going to be. Now, the Indian astrologers say, well, that might be charted, but let's change that. So you'll get a yellow sapphire to align with Jupiter and to overcome money issues. And so it doesn't mean you won't have problems, but it means you got a fighting chance to kind of get things back on track. And I think this is a really great concept that we don't really, at least I don't hear about it much in the West. Maybe other astrologers believe in this in Western astrology, but I've not heard it because some Western astrologers give the concept that everything's fated under the stars and you can't change it. And I've never believed that. I've always believed we have power in our lives. And so the Indian astrologer, I think they got the right idea. Got a negative aspect? Hey, we got a gemstone to help balance that out. I think it's a much more positive way to look at astrology, and I'm a big fan of it. So there you go. There are our gemstones of the zodiac. Again, real quick. Pearl for moon, coral for Mars, garnet to overcome negative planetary alignments, blue sapphire for Saturn, ruby for the sun, diamond for Venus, cat's eye for negative lunar aspects, yellow sapphire for Jupiter, and emerald for Mercury. I was just thinking about emerald and Mercury. Like, in the West, when we talk about Mercury retrograde and everybody freaks out, like, oh my God, it's Mercury retrograde. All my computers are going down. My phones aren't working. I can't get my contracts signed. Well, I think instead of just panicking when we see Mercury retrograde, we might want to be like the Indians and go out and find a good set of emeralds or an emerald to wear, and especially on days of Mercury retrograde, and let's start to pull power into our lives to bring change. That's what I think the gemstones are about. It's also believed that they have a protective, beneficent element, so that by wearing the alignment, you're also getting the protection of all the planets, the good aspects. So I'm a big believer in it. I think it's fun, and I think it's beautiful jewelry too. So there are the alignments as well again. So let me just show you on this pendant what we got. So there's the pearl, the diamond, the emerald. There's the coral, the ruby, the yellow sapphire, the dark blue sapphire. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I got them wrong here. Cat's eye. That's the cat's eye. That's the blue sapphire, and that's the garnet. The garnets. Hold on a second. Let me show you. Yeah, garnet in Indian astrology can be different colors. There's brown. This is like a brown garnet. It could be a red garnet or a brown garnet. This is a brown garnet. So either way, it's a garnet. So there you go. There are 9 gemstones of the zodiac. And I love my pin. I think I'm gonna wear that. So I'll put that on here. See, if you just wear it as a pendant like I'm wearing. I think it's a lovely thing to do. And then, you can wear as many gems as you want, The Navaratna gems are okay. None of them clash with each other, so it won't hurt to mix them up. And then I can also wear my pendant here on my wrist, you see? And so there's my bangle. Isn't that beautiful? Now, this one is a little more quality because the gems are actually fine cut, as you can see. When you're looking at Navaratna, there are different degrees, like everything, higher and lower quality. But as you can see, these gemstones are actually cut gemstones. They're faceted, which means this is a more expensive bracelet, okay? But I think it's lovely. But whereas the pendant gemstones are just flat polished, they're not faceted. But they're still beautiful. They're still real gemstones, and it doesn't really matter. It's kind of what you prefer. As long as you have the true gemstone, you're absorbing the vibration. So anyways, I wanted to bring this to you today. Tell me in the box below, have you heard of Navaratna? If there's anybody from India here who'd like to share some thoughts, I'd love to hear from you as well. So anyways, I'm a believer in it. I'm wearing my gemstone jewelry. I'm aligning with the planets, and all is good in Psychic Bob's world. Well, guys, listen, thank you for being here. Listen, don't forget, go over to my website today, right there below, PsychicBob.com, and register for this Saturday's Psychic Development class. We're going to talk about physical mediumship, how the spirits work with mediums to create physical manifestations, such as voices, apparitions, things like that. If you've been wanting to learn about your psychic gifts and psychic ability and the histories of spiritualism, you want to come out to our Saturday Psychic Development class, you can register again over at PsychicBob.com. It's a 2-hour class. We're going to hold it on Saturday from 12 till 2. We'd love for you to be there. 12 p.m. Eastern to 2 p.m. It's a 2-hour class. It's only $30. Where else you can get one of America's psychics, top psychics, with you working one-on-one for only $30 for 2 hours? I'm giving it away, really. We have a great group. We'd love for you to join us. We have a lot of fun, a lot of mystical insights. And we'd love you to be in our psychic class. As again, we hold it on Zoom. You don't have to know how to work Zoom. All you have to do is register at my website. And then on Saturday morning, everybody that's registered, I will send a link to. And then you just click on the link in your email and it will come in. By the way, make sure that the email that you register with through PayPal is the one that you actually can get mail to. I had some people last week who said, oh, that email is only associated with my PayPal. I need to have you write the link to a different email. So check your email at PayPal when you register and let me know if that's okay for your email to use. You guys are best. I love you. Thank you for being here. And I hope that you've enjoyed learning about the mystical Navaratna, the 9 gemstones of the Zodiac. Thank you guys for being here. Lord Ision loves you. We'll be back here tomorrow on Thursday for Vlog Thursday. We're going to have an adventure. Just be back here. We'll see you then. Please help me out. Like this video, thumbs up, favorite it, share with your friends, and hit subscribe. And put comments in the box below. Tell me, have you ever worked with the Navaratna? Or what is your favorite gemstone of these? Do you like any of these gemstones? What's your favorite? All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, may all of you always blessed